Hello my mad hotties, welcome to part 2 of me styling the Ariana Grande dress. Today we're going to be styling 3 different looks as the last times, so let's get into it. So the first look we're going in with is the first dress from the beginning. I wanted to go for like a copper gold kind of feeling. I wasn't going for any specific inspo. I was just like, let me put together some of my favorite items and dress to impress together and just make a beautiful fit. So that's pretty much mainly from Valentine's Day set and the spring set. Like, I'm really obsessed with the butterfly top, and I like to blend that in with the spring goddess set and add it in with the corset as well that you will see in a moment. And as you can see here, I added also, like I said, the rose petal part from the Valentine's Day set. It is in VIP, and so is the other corset with the bows on top. But what I realized is, if you do want to do something like this, you can easily, for my non-VIPs, you can go and use the corset top that we have in non-VIP, and or the corset top that there's a part of one of the sets that you have to buy from the shop. It doesn't cost any Robux, excuse me, and you can add that in as well. And I believe there's something else that you can add that is non-VIP as well. If you guys want me to do a video on that, just let me know and I will gladly do that for you guys. But we're pretty much done here with the dress itself. Now we're kind of going in with like accessories. I was just like, let me just go in with just a plain jewelry. I didn't want to use too much because we already had the rose action with the necklace, and that was pretty much it with that. And now we're going in with the makeup. I was just going in random with the makeup. I did want to use eyes that showed a lot of the eyeshadow and the eyeliner because I really wanted to do like a copper look with the makeup. So I used the kind of droopy eyes and just kind of added a lot of the like gold elements and copper elements to it, and just trying to find lips that just go perfectly with it as well. I think this is one of the things I wish we had is, like I said before in my last video, it's like a two-toned, be able to give like a lip liner and make the lips look more toned. As you see where you're coloring in, like you see how they have the eyebrow colors. That is what I wish we could do with the makeup, which would be cool. And then now, as you can see, I'm just kind of organizing the lashes, like fixing the lashes, kind of scale it out. I think this is like the best thing we could have done for the lashes, because I was getting a little annoyed, and with the lashes, I've never used it before we had the adjustment feature, so thank God for that. Now we're going in with the hair. I did get inspired by 90s inspo and on Pinterest, and I was like, this would like go perfectly with this, and I was like, why not mix it up a little bit, not just add one specific hair color. And that was pretty much it, and I think this is actually one of my favorite looks I've done. So on to the next one. So with this one, I was pretty much just going in random. I was like, let me just layer things that I think would just go perfectly with this. And pretty much I was layering what I usually go in with. Like I said, the Valentine's Day set, the spring set, and the skirt from, I think it was the Rich Girl set. I don't think that was a Rich Girl set. I can't remember. But you do have to pay Robux, but it's definitely worth it because it comes in a set. And I just kind of layered it out. I was trying to see like which prints would work because I want to use a different print that I've never used before. And I was trying to see if this print was going to work, and then I was like, I don't know, but as you can see, I'm just kind of messing around here with what would work and what doesn't work. So then I decided to add more layers and then try to figure out how to do this. And then was thinking black. Then I changed my mind and decided to go for like a more copper feel because I feel like that kind of fit the vibe a little bit more. And then I decided to change the print as well because I don't think that print was eating as much as I wanted it to. And I decided to look for a print that matched the skirt. And I really actually like this print. This is something different I haven't tried, or I forgot that we had the culture set patterns. So I am now going to definitely be using those patterns more because they're so pretty and intricate. And as you can see, it's just kind of going well together nicely. And I was like, why don't I add some gloves here and match like the dark blue vibe that I was going for. I was going for it's giving kind of like a dark night, moonlight type of look. And I was like, let me add some of the chains from the Pixie Uwu dress. And as you can see, it looks so pretty. And now going in with the makeup, as you can see, I did the bottom lashes hack. My good friend was in here and I was like, she was asking for help with the lashes and I was showing her and I was like, why not just keep it? Just figure out what to do with it. And so here I'm just kind of trying to go for the vibe of the dress. I'm going in with eyes that I've hardly ever used before. I think this is my second time using it. And I thought, why not use the blush that just kind of fits those darker colors of the outfit. And I feel like it's coming together very nicely. And because I want to give that nice shimmer to the look as well. And it just coming together nicely. And now going with the hair. I did want to try the hat that everyone was doing with the high ponytail. And I think it's one of my favorite hair combos now. Because before I was losing my mind as to how we've never had a high ponytail before. And this was just smart for whoever started it and pointed it out because this just would perfectly with my look. And then I decided to go back in and add bangs, of course, and I just think it just fit the vibe so perfectly. And matching the hair color, going for like a little brown rust color, it's kind of the vibe of the dress, and I feel like it definitely did. Now the hair was looking crazy here, but just in a moment it's gonna look a little better. And we colored it in perfectly here with a dark brown, and that was pretty much it with this fit. So on to the very last look. I thought, why not try some of the new items I would have never thought to layer. So it was I used part of the Chanel set, the butterfly set that comes for the summer set, and God, that cost a lot of seashells. But I need to even save some seashells for those shoes that I really want to get, because I'm down to 56 seashells, as you can see at the top. But anywho, so I'm over here trying to see in layer and color as much as I possibly can with the top. I realized just now that unfortunately the butterfly top did not come with the textures, and I wish it did because I feel like it would hit so much harder. And I think that's one of the things I wish I realized while I was doing this, because now I'm looking back and I'm like, this dress could have been a little bit better, but it's not bad. But I try my best here. You just kind of have to experiment. This is like a learning process for me. But as you can see here, I was trying out the chains and adding more accessories and everything. But now we're going in with the makeup. I thought, why not match up the makeup to the colors of the dress itself? Just try some burgundy, some dark purple, and try to find some lips that go well with dress. And like I said before, I honestly would love and think would be cool if if Dress to Impress, the creators of Dress to Impress could add in two-toned colors. Like as where you could see the touches of 4-color at the top right, where I'm coloring using the colors. I'm thinking we could use that for the lips, for the eyeshadows, that come in 2 different colors already. Instead of just making them all one color, you know what I mean? I thought that'd be so much nicer. But anywho, going in with the hairstyles here, I've been seeing everyone using the little curl bangs, and I realized that it came from the Queen of Hearts hairdo, and I don't know why I just realized that now, but now I know I'm going to be constantly using it because I feel like it just gives me the butterfly aesthetic that would go perfectly with the look I have going on here. And as you can see, I'm trying my best to, experiment with the hairstyles here. I don't know where I was thinking I was going with this hair look, but it was not eating. But I could try something here, and then realized I wanted to show more of the dress itself, so I definitely wanted to go in for a much shorter haircut. And I think this hair combo is not bad, but it's just not fitting the vibe of this outfit. So now we're going back in and just trying to figure out what does work. And like I said, this hair combo here even is not too bad, but it does look a little thin, and I would want like a thicker look, thicker bangs, or with that hairstyle. But like I said, experimenting and realizing as I'm going along that the hairstyle is not fitting the vibe of my outfit, so we went back in, went for the shortest one because I feel like the shortest hairstyle just goes perfectly with this look. So now we're going in with the accessories, going with some minimal accessories here because there's just so much going on, and that was pretty much it. You guys liked this video, please comment below which look was your fave, and if you guys want me to style this dress again and any other fits, and I shall see you guys in the next video.